Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our second part of our budget workshop, year 20, FY 26 budget workshop. July 15th, the time is now 12:17. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Bass. Here. Commissioner Santiago.
Here.
Mayor Taylor.
Here. As we stand for our invocation led by our Assistant City Clerk, Ms. Faraba Wright.
That's you. Who else is Floraba?
Father God, in the name of Jesus, we come to you today allowing you to come into this meeting. Let it be a productive meeting, not only for the employees, but for the city of Opa-locka. Continue to keep away all the discord and let us come into one agreement. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we're going to open up for public comments. Public comments is open. Public comments is closed. All right, so we're going to continue where we left off at from the last budget workshop. And I believe who was up next will be capital improvement.
No, sir. All right. It's going to be page 69, which is going to be town center.
Town center.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm sorry, Madam Manager, did you want to, we fine? All right.
Mr. Mayor, just for the record, the city attorney is joining us virtually.
Got it. Welcome, Madam Attorney. All right, Bob, can you please repeat the page?
Yes, sir. It's page 69.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Bob.
Please put 69 on the screen, please. If I make quick point, one of the things I was asked at the end of the last meeting is to document all the changes that we've been made. Doing a budget is a very dynamic process. We had one-on-one meetings with each of the commissioners 2 weeks ago. Numbers did change a little bit for what you're seeing in the presentation that was put together for last week. Numbers have changed a little bit beyond it. You'll find by each seat, there is a 6-page document organized by division. It shows the budget that was in place for the one-on-one briefings on the 1st of July. Shows any changes between the 1st and the hearing we had on the 10th of July. And I put down future additional changes that came out of the meeting on the 10th of July or other things that we found. So you do have available to you where we started with the one-on-one meetings and where we are today. Any questions on that document? Okay, thank you. Okay, town center very quickly. As you can see in front of you, what we have for the town center, we have total $514,000 of operating expense. So the large items there are going to be contract services and utilities. The utilities are the utilities for this building, as you would expect. Contract services, the large items there are security services and janitorial services. I can go through in more detail if you are looking for additional information.
Okay.
I would point out down on the capital line, it is a blank, it's zero. We did hold back due to funding limitations. That's why it's zero this year, or I'm sorry, for next year.
For total compass,
Say again, sir?
what was the building improvement?
Yes, sir. Down in the capital line, building improvements, we did leave that as blank,
Okay.
just in terms of holding funding back.
All right.
Okay.
Any questions to Mr. Bob on town center?
Yeah,
Commissioner
Mr.
Santiago?
Mayor. Okay, we're talking about town center is this building.
Yes, sir.
here.
This building right here.
Okay, building improvements of $57,200. What is that for?
That's for this year.
For this year
Yeah.
for.
Yes, sir.
But this is not what we paid before to the bank that we on this loan that I know that we already pay off.
The loan is a totally different line. It's in a.
That's a
fund
different
called-
line.
It's called debt service, the debt service fund. Yes, sir.
Okay. Other question that I have, when we're talking about electricity, gas, and water that we pay here
Yes, sir.
in this building, did we receive anything back from these two companies, the gas and the Florida power line, impact fee, that's what we call him?
We do get franchise fees.
Franchises,
Yes, sir.
franchises for them.
Very significant. Yes, sir.
And that's not covered out this bill.
That shows up in the revenue. That shows up in general fund revenue. This is expense only. We don't net revenue against expense. That's it's the way they do municipal accounting, governmental accounting.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bob.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bob, the only question
Yes,
I
sir.
was going to ask, Commissioner Santiago alluded to it, but he didn't go into it. How much do we owe on the building?
We owe zero.
Zero.
The
Zero.
bond is,
That's what I
bond
say,
was paid
zero.
off as of June
Yeah.
1st.
No,
We
I
pay-
know that. I just wanted you to say it.
I'm sorry. You
It's-
surprised me.
I
I'm
want you
sorry.
to say it. I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to say it out loud.
It's belong to the great city of Opa-locka resident taxpayer.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes to all of the above.
Thank you, Bob.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I missed, I missed where we're going.
That's a good thing. I just wanted you to say it and put it on
And,
the record.
and another thing, Mr. Mayor, this is part of the savings now that we have in the budget, no? That we don't have to pay any more mortgage.
That's correct.
No? Incorrect.
That
Incorrect.
is correct for next
That's
year.
correct or incorrect?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Oh, no, because I see my manager do something out there
Yeah.
and I say.
It's a long-term savings.
It's a long.
long-term savings.
Okay. All right.
We addressed that at the beginning of the last meeting. We did look at something called the debt service fund, and you can see that expense. There's a little bit of expense next year, not for the bond on this building. There's something called 2011 bond. After that, we'll be debt-free,
All right.
at least debt-free from a general fund perspective.
Mr. Mayor? Thank you. Again, I apologize. I had a doctor's appointment. I'm sorry for holding you all up. What was the monthly payment on this building?
I think we were paying total of $1.2 million a year for two bonds. So on a monthly basis, it was about $100,000, and I think maybe half of that was the 2015 bond. So it was a long-term bond. Yes, ma'am.
How? Question, how?
Again,
How
that's,
it's
that
gone
was
to the
half on this.
$100,000? When the
If I may-
beginning, I remember.
If I may just finish, half of it was related to 2015 bond, which was related to this building. There was another bond in place, which will expire middle of next year for 2011. What I passed on to you is the entire debt service for both bonds, of which the 2015 bond was probably half of it. So maybe $50,000-$60,000 a month.
Thank
Yeah. Yes, sir.
No, it's fine. No, because I believe in the beginning, that's what we pay, like $57,000 a month for the loan, but you say 100, that's what I'm,
Well, that was for two loans, sir.
okay.
One was 2011, one was.
Well, I don't know about the second loan. I know about the first loan. When we purchased this building, we used to have no place to live before.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Understood.
But now we own the building, so
Yeah.
we're good. Thank you, Madam Manager, for that. Go on to the next.
Yes, sir. Next page, please. Risk management budget objectives, fourfold. One, we will go out for competitive bids next spring. Would like to have done it this time around, but by the time we picked the agent of record, it just didn't work out. We do have a current agent of record. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to them advocating with FMIT for the premium rates that we'll get in September from FMIT. Desperately need an accident review board, which is in the process of being thought through in terms of how it should function and then being implemented. And we also need a very broad safety program. So those are my objectives.
Okay.
Okay.
The only question I have, Madam Manager, I do remember a couple of years ago that our insurance premium ballooned because of
You're exactly right.
things. Have we ever explored trying to go out to another insurance carrier to see if we can get a cheaper?
That's what Mr. Anathan was speaking about. when he
Yeah,
said-
the agent of record. But
Yeah,
have
the
we-
agent of record will
outside
go
of
out.
them, have we?
Well, that's what we
shop
got the
around?
agent of record for, to go out for on our behalf. The
Okay.
same as we do with the health insurance.
And that, if I may add, that's what we'll do in the spring of 26. Sorry about that. Just,
We all hungry, Bob. We.
There's so much 1776 on television right now, 250th
None
anniversary.
of us
so-
here 1776.
Okay. On we go. Anyhow, Mr. Mayor, that was the top line on that. The objective is to actually seek competitive offerings, next
Okay.
spring. Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, any questions on risk management? Got it.
Yes, sir. The financial portion is on the next page. If you have any questions on that. I have held the premiums basically flat on the belief that our agent of record is going to get in and do some good stuff for us in terms of holding down the premium. The other professional services is 95,000 of that 107,000 is the agent of record, which was approved, I think, 2 meetings ago,
Right.
or 1 meeting ago, I guess. Any questions of that?
Mm-mm. You can go to the next, Bob.
Thank you. Next one would be the IT budget objectives. First and foremost, as you are well aware at this point, is the new centralized financial system known as the Enterprise Resource Planning System, or the ERP. You'll see on the headcount page on the next page that there is an increase of 1. There's been a new position created for a media marketing services person, PR, I should add. And that's, you'll see that headcount next page. Implement Opa-locka TV. As it turns out, that is not a major cost item. 2 other things. 1, enhance the IT infrastructure and backup capabilities, and continue citywide installation of cameras. If no questions of that, I'll move on.
Mr. Mayor?
Commissioner, Bass?
Okay, only because Bob mentioned it. You said it was not a significant cost for the Opa TV.
Yes, ma'am.
And what are we talking about?
Phil, I've got a number, but I'll give it to the expert.
Okay.
Phil Walker, IT. That will be about $470 per month.
$470?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good news. Thank you.
Already?
Mhm.
Bob, the only thing I have a question on, because I know it's been coming up in a lot of municipalities, even some near us, cybersecurity. Are we investing in our cybersecurity more? We are? Okay. All right.
And Mr. Walker, correct me if I'm wrong, because I may be using the wrong terminology. Did you just do a vulnerability assessment of our?
Yes, ma'am. We did a pen test, and we're working on all the vulnerabilities that we found.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor?
Commissioner Bass?
Okay. Can you summarize bullet number 4, enhance IT infrastructure and backup capabilities?
Okay, so right now, everything that we're doing runs on the IT infrastructure. We have outdated switches, routers, servers that need to be replaced. And all the data that we have, we need to be able to back up for continuously, and not just on-site, but off-site. So we have what we call a 1, 2, 3 backup system, where we have something on site, something off-site, and we also need to have a cloud backup.
Okay. Okay, so in other words, you're just soundproof in our IT department.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So then my last question, and we'll move on. The needs for the IT department, is it captured in this budget in its totality, or are you just gonna piecemeal it, if you will?
Well, we look at what we need to do for this year and next year,
Okay,
and then we just go take it.
take it one
Yes.
step at a time. All right. So only concern that I have is the cybersecurity, but if you're on it, well, then we're good. I
We
just
are.
don't wanna, what happened other places to happen here.
Well, we don't know what we don't know, so we can't say we're going to protect everything, but for all the vulnerabilities that we found, we're working on it.
Got it.
Well, we're talking about protecting everything. What does that mean? What are we
Da-
protecting?
Data,
Security, data,
infrastructure.
everything in Opa-locka that makes our city run. All of our information.
Oh,
Alright.
wow, okay, now I got it, yeah. Okay,
All right, thank you, Mr. Phil. All right, so Mr. Barr, we're moving on to capital, my favorite, CIP. Let's do it.
This is the expense that goes with it. I don't know if you want to spend any time looking at that or if you've met your needs.
Can she just
Yeah.
give us a brief overview of the projects that we are
Oh,
going to be
you want to move on
undertaking?
to CIP? Yes, sir.
Where you?
What? No,
IT.
I had not put up the IT expense yet. I didn't know if you wanted to spend any time on that or not.
Does anybody have any questions on for the IT director?
No, he can answer.
He answered
We're good.
everything.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, bro.
The next page is a very, very important page. This is what I started the presentation with last week. I don't think I made my point. I'd like to bring your attention to the top right corner. We're talking between FY25 and FY26. We're talking about a $21 million investment program. To the right of that, in the top right corner, what I've done is put down the funding sources. As you can see, 10,200,000 comes from city funds. ARPA is 7.4 million. That's part of the 7.9. The rest of it's already been spent prior to FY25. And then we have $3.6 million of grant. The point that I need to make is that we have a revenue stream, we have an expense stream. Expense breaks into really two categories. One is operating expense, which we meet today's needs with, and then there's CIP. Because we've had the luxury of having a lot of excess fund balance we have, which accumulated at the turn of the decade. What we've had the luxury of doing for the last 3, 4, 5 years is to use our current revenue to cover our operating expense and to fund our CIP through surplus fund balance. We should not have a lot of surplus fund balance. We're not a bank, so we use it just the way we should use. But what we've done now in the general fund and also the water sewer fund and starting to approach in the stormwater fund is we've pretty well used up the surplus fund balance. What that means for FY27, until we change the mix of how much we're going to spend on operating expense versus CIP, is in FY27, your CIP is going to go down to maybe $1 or $2 million because we've used up all the surplus fund balance, and future CIP is going to have to come through cutting back, either growing revenue, reducing your operating expense, or deciding not to do CIP. So it's just a sign of what I'd like you to think about, because going forward, we won't have the luxury of using surplus fund balance to fund CIP. So,
Okay,
you
so
know,
I'm
that's
glad
my little sermon.
I'm glad you brought that up, Bob. So per state law, and the attorney's on, I think we're required to have, was it 3 months worth of,
It's
2 months worth of bills?
it's not state law. It is but best practices out of the
Oh.
government finance. But that's what we use as a measure. Yes, sir.
That's fine, but we can sustain.
Oh, yes.
That's my point. We can
Yes,
sustain.
we're down to the point where we're at the 2 to 3 month level, but we don't want to go below that unless
Got it.
unless you have a major emergency. You can always go below it, but then you put a plan in place to get back up to it.
Okay,
But you
so
should have a major emergency.
that's fine. So then my next question is, now that we have procured a lobbyist, why don't we, Madam Manager, we need to explore and sit down with her and let her know, listen, these are the projects that we're undertaking this year, and we need you to help us find funding for it. Because the RFP that you put out, she does local, state, and federal. And then that takes me to the next part, which is we need to, we have a grant writer, right? An aggressive grant writer?
Medium aggressive.
Okay, we need an aggressive grant writer
Well, we
to help offset.
we are made aware of an awful lot of grants that do not pass through the grant writer. I mean, we get barraged with them. So what the grant writer is doing for us is he identifies some, He does the application for us. We identify a lot more. We either give it to him to do the application or we do it ourselves. So what he provides is a subset of everything that we're going after at this point.
Okay, I just want to make sure that
Yes,
we're aggressive going
yes, sir,
after funds,
understood.
because there's money out there. And then especially for like the Tyler technology, we applied through the state to get it. And I'm sorry, I'm going back to IT. We applied to the state to get it, but we didn't get it. So now I know they have monies out there for IT,
Yes, and
that
we've
we can actually-
we are already trying to explore those options.
both the
I've-
federal
that-
and state. Okay.
yes.
All right. All right, Mr. Bob, if you don't mind, can Ms. Adelina give us a
I was
brief?
going to say she's much better qualified than
Correct. Brief.
Good afternoon, Adelina Gross, CIP Division Manager. For next fiscal year, we are going to be completing the ARPA projects that have been listed and that we need to spend the funding by December 2026. One of the most important projects that we have listed, and is probably the most expensive one on the list, is Cairo Lane. We are going to be completing phase 3 of Burlington Canal, which will also complete that project. We are currently on phase 2. Pump Station 4, we have some grant funding for that project that will go on to construction. We are finalizing the RFP so we can release it after the next commission meeting that will be in September. 131st Street, this is a drainage and roadway improvement project that will affect, but we also have grant for this area. It's not a complete funded project, but we are looking for additional funding from the state or from the county to fund this project. Pump Station 9 rehabilitation, we are currently working on this project. It's ARPA funded and is listed to be completed by next year.
Are any pump station on the moratorium, or they all clear at this moment?
It's one.
One? Which-
Right now, one remains on the moratorium and it's not purely operational. It's for sanitary sewer evaluation, which is being held up by Glorieta for their collection system rehabilitation.
Do we anticipate resolving that issue, or?
We're hopeful that it's going to be done before the November rainy season is over.
All right, thank you.
Continuing with the projects, Pump Station 16 is currently under construction. Historic City Hall, we do not spend any capital project improvements for that building since it's completed. We are just closing out and paying out everything that needs to be paid for this particular project.
And what about the fire station and the HR building?
Those are not listed as of this moment. We are going to be looking in exploring additional options for those buildings.
The answer. Okay, sidewalks.
Resurfacing improvements, we are going to be doing milling and resurfacing to continue to improve the roadways of the city. And Bob, can you move to page number 2, please? Thank you. And sidewalks, we have been extensively completing sidewalks around the city. We are trying to meet the gaps. Next year budget, we do have some kind of reduction on the budget, but we are going to be adding additional sidewalks to clear some gaps and adding some additional sidewalks that we are missing.
You have
So-
a schedule for the sidewalks? I know a lot of residents always ask about that. And when y'all coming to my area.
Yeah, we
Not
have.
my area, but that's a common question from residents. When you all.
We
come to my
have-
area.
We have completed a study last year for where most gaps or need replacements are needed, or the sidewall is out of code. So we are basing our improvements on that. But we have a list of priorities,
Okay.
especially where people walk a lot.
So, Madam Manager, once you all get the schedule for the sidewalk installation and repairs, let's do some kind of graphic and advertising so residents know where we will be.
We will. We also have listed a urban and community forestry grant. This is completely funded by the forestry, USDA forestry. It's 500,000. We are expecting to start that project on next fiscal year. And it's for the installation of trees and irrigation systems and additional maintenance The grant is if 3 year, I think it's 3 years that we have now, and 3 years planned that needs to be improved. The city was granted this money last year.
Okay, and can we utilize these funds, Madam Manager, to beautify the corridors? So 27th, 37th, 22nd, the medians?
37 is included. I think 27 as well. I will have to check on the specifics because this project was submitted of quite bad. So I will have to check on the specifics of the areas. But irrigation and maintenance is included as part of the project.
Okay.
Gateways, we are expected to complete the gateways before the end of the fiscal year. Alexandria Drive water main, this is a replacement for the current water main since it doesn't have enough pressure and we do not have the needed pressure for fire hydrants in the area.
This is Alexandria Drive South in
Yes.
the industrial part.
Yes.
Hmm.
Northwest 133rd, this is part of the sewer extension that was just completed. We are in the process of closing out this project, and this is mostly funded through ARPA. So that will mark our first ARPA project completed. Sewer main lining, this will be for the downtown area, and it's expected to cost around $300,000. The street safety analysis, we are proposing, this is based on a grant funding that is to be expected. We are proposing $250,000 for next year. We are expecting to receive 2.5 million from the state, from the federal government if we get the grant. ADA upgrade, we are in the process of signing the contracts for doing the assessment of the buildings. The first phase is Cherbondi Village, since it has more children and elderly going into that building, and also this building, so we can make upgrades in the future for it. Railroad crossing of Opa-locka Boulevard. This is a conjoint project with SFRTA and DOT. So the city is paying a portion, but the actual project costs around $3 million. The city is just paying the $254,000 that are expected. Ingram Park Playground, we are basing the estimate on what we have placed at Cherbondi Village, which is around 210, with some additional landscaping or some other additional work that has to be completed there. Cherbondi Playground, as you may know, has been completed. Coradat Street is the same as Opa-locka Boulevard Railroad Crossing. So this is also a SFRTA DOT project. The city is paying for a portion because it's in the city of Opa-locka. Alibaba Avenue, they are also rehabilitating that railroad crossing, but we are not paying for anything. That's entirely paid by SFRTA and DOT. Alexandria Drive, and the planning and design for this area, because we need to improve the roadway, we need to improve the drainage, we need to improve the sewer and utilities in that area. So we are planning to present this project to the commission for design, and after that, going for construction money for funding.
Okay, so Madam Manager, also put that on your radar for a special taxing district as well, Alexandria South, because that's all industrial. And, yeah, those trucks tear up the road.
And Seagull Park drainage, we are proposing a 200,000 drainage improvement in the park. There are several areas in the park that are low on the low side, so and there is no drainage in that area, so we need to put drainage so it doesn't flood, basically.
Thought we addressed, no?
No, we haven't.
We just talked about it, okay. I thought we did it before, all right.
Next slide, please. Oh, you're already there. It was me. The resiliency study, this is a vulnerability assessment. We had a workshop on June 5th, presenting what will the completion of that, what the assessment will provide us with, this, which is basically information so we can go for grants in the future. And this is completely funded by the state. This is a grant that we don't have to pay anything. Code office for 150,000. So there are some restructure that needs to be done at code, because they need additional offices, and we need to do some improvements in that department. They have additional officers, but they don't have offices. Police station is just reflecting the closeout or the last payment of the project, the 131,000 for this year. No additional capital improvements will be done to that section of the building.
About to say,
Really?
we done more than enough for the police down that building. We need to go to the next, we have other departments that need too now.
Commerce North, this is reflecting some additional, some funding for a feasibility study, and Bob, this is the loan. This is self-fund. Oh, yeah, you're right. My apologies. Commerce North, this is a feasibility study, so we can add drainage, utilities, and move utilities and add some additional sidewalk for that area. And the project will cover from 22nd to 27 between 151st and Alibaba Avenue.
Madam Manager, the only issue that I have, we're doing a lot of drainage improvements outside of Siegel Park in a lot of industrial areas, but I don't see anything in the residential areas. And for every one street we fix in industrial, we have to take care of our residents. They flood too.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's, because this is a lot of industrial.
Because we have a big problem in that area.
But you also have a big
Yeah,
problem
I
in
know.
residential areas.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, but it's all over the city.
I just want us to be fair with our decisions and not just focus on one entity. But go ahead, I'm sorry. I just wanted to put that in your ear.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner.
yeah, 151st. 151st, I know is divided in two. Half of the size belong to Miami Gardens, and the other side is Oriental, belong to Opa-locka. And now that you touch the residential area, we have in the Oriental side, all residents, okay? And yes, we have a big problem out there. And I don't know, it's creating from us or from the side of the Miami Garden, but when it's raining, a lot of people there get water into the houses in the Oriental side. And many people out there, they don't know what to do. See, blame us or blame Miami Garden because this is the division of the city.
But didn't Miami Gardens do a road improvement on that street maybe last year or before?
Yeah.
They did.
They did.
But
They
don't-
installed drainage and they also redo the pavement.
Right.
but it's still the problem there. When it's raining hard, we have some floor and cars there are stuck because I go out sometimes, to see that and pick up cars. And I know we have a big problem there in outside, both sides. Oriental or 154, whatever they call it, because this road is divided in two. And that's close, that's between, the big problem that we have there is between 32nd Avenue and 37 in that section out there. And sometimes it go all the way down to, what is the name for this, for the house that you grow up there?
Seaman Avenue.
Seaman, up to Seaman. And I think that we have a pump station there, if I'm not wrong.
Never seen that.
Yep.
That's pump station.
Ms.
nine.
Gross,
We have a
can you look into?
we
that?
have a pump station there right in the corner.
We will look into that and provide an update to the commission.
I was just about to say, let's not spend no money. That's that assessment our public works can do. Can we? Okay.
Yeah, but what I tried to say, Mr. Mayor, and to the manager, just remember, it's not only our problem. The other side have to take care of that too, together with us. Both sides. Because the problem is between us and them.
Okay.
So, Mr. Mayor, to address the residential area, we are also completing the Nile Gardens drainage project, which is estimated for 1.3 million next year. The total price is 3.5, and that's on page 1. My apologies, I think I skip it. And
How
that
far would that stretch for the Nile Gardens area?
that's actually the whole area. That's from 27, all the area that I encompass the roundabout, and also all the way down to 118 128, I think, 128.
28.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's, it's not that we are overlooking residential, but we are taking care of it as well.
okay.
The only problem that we have in that area, oh, the only problem that we have in that area, and that's go for community development, is we have there part of a heavy industrial area and residential in the side. And all the trucks that pass by there destroy the roads. I don't know what we're gonna do, to change that situation, but what I say, you fixing it, but then the truck that pass by there overweight when concrete destroy the whole thing that you do.
Well,
Yeah.
I know this, what she said, what the city's gonna explore,
Mhm.
we'll bring legislation for it, to do a special taxing district in the commercial areas. And I also believe we passed legislation for do a commercial unit through the police department to address that same situation.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So-
You done?
No, it's fine. If you
Okay.
if you think that we have the resolution for that, it's
Yeah.
okay. But what
Well,
I
we
try
just
to
gotta see
say,
the letter.
we have to do something about to stop, to make more there, or we make it that area industrial, or we try to stop the residential. But we have to do something about.
Huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Madam Gross?
Continuing on page 3, we have the Artscape project. This is an ARPA funded project. We are expecting to the first spending this year, that will be around 75,000, is to beautify some areas of the city, to add some color and some additional
Smaller, okay.
Pump station rehabilitation, the 19500 that you see there, we are currently working to survey the area. This is only for design. So because we are having some issues with the easement, so that's the reason you only see the design portion of this project.
Got it.
Any additional questions that I may answer?
Any questions for our CIP director,
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bass?
I have several questions. I'm not sure all is directed to her, so if it's okay, whoever it goes to. I had a conversation with our city manager in regards to code's office. So I'm a little bit confused.
So this was already printed in the book and it will be revised to reflect a change in that number.
Okay.
So so this amount was in there for $125,000 to redo code office. After some research and review and discussions with staff, we have decided to allow code to use the office that's currently being used by CRA because they're adjoining offices. And we will not need to use $125,000. So that number will be reflected. But however, it has not been changed to reflect that now because it's still the workshop.
Okay. Thank you for that. And as it relates to I'm having a moment, y'all. I'm hungry. Yes, crossing for Shabundi, as well as this building. We have been talking about that crossing from this building to the parking lot for a while. And I'm concerned that we're not, handling that because it's a lot of persons crossing, something happens, it's on us, there's no marked, nothing. And it's the same as Shabundi, coming from this side to that side. There's nothing there. So I'm concerned that we really need to look into putting something that's going to protect walkers.
Mr. Austin?
That's one of our study requests that we have with the county right now, and we are waiting for them to give us some feedback on that item.
On both
Yeah.
here and Shabundi?
No, right now,
I know it was this
here and
building.
Prior Rail.
Yes, I know we did. Didn't we do legislation? Was it legislation for here?
No, but it was the crossing from the Tri-Rail to on Alibaba.
Right.
Kept
So,
saying that we don't need one or something.
yeah,
like
both
that.
of those went to the county.
Yes, it's with the county right now.
Okay, you say both of those meaning?
The areas, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Here,
Here-
As well as Shabundi.
No,
Not
Shabundi was
Shabundi.
never one.
We
was
never did.
in-
The train station.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to Shabundi because, I walk a lot in the city and it's not there.
Okay.
There's no protective barrier for walkers to cross from where the food store at or the government center building to walk to our jam of the city. There's nothing there.
Okay.
So I would like to see that hopefully
Oh, from the parking lot from the church. What do you mean? From the church parking lot?
No,
No.
they're about the
the main
supermarket.
street going all the way down as you're crossing
Yeah,
over
from-
to
yeah,
Turkey
yeah.
Hall.
Shahara's that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no markings or anything. You just basically wait until the cars come and then you. So that's one. And the Artscape, if my memory served me right, we had one of our business partners who came to the city wanting to help out with that Artscape to paint. You guys don't remember that? The one who has the event planning building, business? Because he wanted to do some murals as well. Y'all don't remember that?
Oh, you're talking about the one by Alibaba?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
So I was just wondering.
I'm not aware of it,
Uh-huh.
but I do know that this was one of our ARPA
ARPA
projects
Mhm.
that came through some time ago, but I'm not aware of that.
Okay, I don't know if Ms. Flores might recall.
But then my suggestion is just you meet with the city manager and whoever the entity is and then see if we could do some kind of joint.
Collaboration or something that
Collaboration
would
and
cause it to go even further.
Yeah, and that's a good idea,
And
Mr. Mayor.
I'm sorry, there was one more.
Yeah.
The smart cover for the drainage. Matter of fact, this morning, if I had a shovel, I would have done it. Where I saw 2 drainages on my way walking where the leaves are just on top of it. So it's not going anywhere, it's just piling on it. So we do need the smart covers. If you want me to tell you where they are, I can tell you where they are.
We can get the location, Commissioner, but the smart covers that we are referring to, those are specifically for the sewer manholes.
Okay, not
not the drainage structure.
Okay, so what do we have? I know I'm probably off topic now, that we can help that situation because the leaves are there, so the water can't go anywhere.
So I did send Mr. Austin a photo of something from another municipality, with regards to large objects not being able to get into our drains, and you can speak on it, Mr. Austin.
Yeah, we were going to be looking at that, but right now, after every rain event, we are sending the guys, since they cannot clean inlets with the truck, they're cleaning debris from around the drains, and we will be addressing that if that's still the case.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
they're just leaves, like from the
Yes.
trees. They're just piling it.
Yes.
The water can't go anywhere because the leaves are stopping the water.
And that's the different, during the dry season, we have the trash and the water brings it to the point of least resistance where it plugs the inlets. And Madam Manager is correct. She had a technology that's gonna help us with that situation where the leaves may pile up, but it will not prevent the water from draining.
Perfect. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I'm done. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
All right.
Yeah. You have the floor.
No, you have something to say?
Yeah.
Commissioner Santiago?
Well, I have a lot of things to say, but
Wait, before you say that,
Yeah.
'cause I want to comment on the smart drain covers. Madam Manager, because I know we had this issue with the Gloria Gardens when they poured the cement inside of the.
Yeah.
Do we have something where, outside of code and police that speaks to that? If you tamper with this, then,
It's a Florida statute, actually.
no, I understand it in the statute, but in the city itself that we enforce? Because
It's only
I
through code
always
and
go back to the
police.
Gloria Gardens and nobody would take ownership, even though it was in front of a certain business.
It's only through code. or
Only through code.
police.
Okay. So how do we protect it going forward?
Go ahead, Mr. Austin.
Right now, we just hired a person specifically for stormwater enforcement. So they,
The code off, okay. All right.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, I had one more that I overlooked. Okay. I know it's not in the budget, but we were all been talking about the district where our streets are being going to oblivion based on these cars, these trucks. Have we considered getting a weight scale?
So that's a part of the
The
the commercial enforcement unit through the police department. And it's our hope to bring that back in September for the commission. It was legislation that passed a few meetings ago for a enforcement unit. We had to do research, see how much it would cost and what it would consist of. Miss Ashley Walker and the chief with the police department, they're working on that initiative. So we will be bringing that back.
And
And
getting a weight scale?
we will need a scale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's revenue.
Mhm.
Lots of it. Amazon, everybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Commissioner Santiago?
thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before I forget, she mentioned in the trucks, traveling through our roads, that. I think code enforcement and the police department, they have to be more aggressive when something that I see happen, especially in my neighborhood, Miss Wilka. People they bring trucks at nighttime and they parking in front, and I can hear the engine for that truck, running the whole night. And I think that I called one night, but I don't see anybody go there, and they keep on doing it. And this is something that we have to take care of that, to avoid, our roads to be destroyed after we fixing it. Okay, I think the residential area roads in the west side and everywhere that I see, they doing a nice work before. But we let people coming with trucks at nighttime and they sleeping there in the truck, they park in the truck. And that make sometimes, we spending extra, money if they damage the road. Okay, and it's not me that we calling a snitch or
Oh, no,
informant.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
But
Let me
think-
tell you, if I say something wrong, I'm gonna call no
See
matter
if
what.
you
What
say
time.
something.
Yeah, yeah. At least I'm gonna say something because I try to protect, the expenses and the cost of the operation for the city that Mr. Bat talking about before. Okay, I heard that you say that we had to do something to cut, the expensive operation in the city. Yeah, but what do you mean with that? We had to cut what? Because the city have to operate it. The city have to spend money to enforcement, people to do the right thing and to fix, roads, to do this, to do that. Okay. What I believe that we really need, madam manager and everybody here, is to try to create more way to get revenue, not only for grants. I heard before, um, the capital improvement program. Okay, that we depend a lot for all the projects that we have. We have projects every day. The only thing is we don't get it to the end. And I don't want to get into that, but for example, okay, Caroline, Alexandria, 127. This is projects going for a long time. Uh, I don't want to get involved, but I say, okay, we keep and bringing, but where is the money, Mr. Bob? You want me to cut, for the city operation money to using it for other things, and that's my point.
No, sir.
How?
What I was saying is that the commission has got to come to a consensus as to what mix of money they want to spend on operations versus capital. At the moment, current revenue is primarily going to operating expense. And you can, that certainly, if that's your will, that's the way it's going to be. But if it's all towards operating expense, then the CIP numbers that we looked at a moment ago are going to be much, much smaller going forward.
Yeah, well, okay, that's good. But
And
what I try to tell the commissioner, what we want is to the city move forward to the future and move forward, to have anything that we need for the residents here. Okay. What I think it is, okay, well, that's something that we've been talking about, is to bring, more revenue and ideas, to the city for the private, the other side. Okay, that we stopping a lot of people to do, projects here, where the idea that we have that they're very obsolete, I want to call them. We have to let everything move like the way other cities do, and that's the reason we see a lot of progress in other cities around us. We only want to do is something and counting with the money that we receive for the Avalorian money for the taxpayer. That's the correct teams. Okay, but we don't looking for any other way. Okay, to do improvement and the money that we receive to complete all these projects. It's good to talk. It's good to have some good idea, but where is the money? That's the point, and that's what we had to start to think. No money, no honey.
As somebody said the other night, no free lunch.
Yep. Look at that. We here. I'm hungry. And hey, come on,
I should have said that.
Before you added a couple of dollars, for next year, like that, you're feeding us.
Commissioner Bass, turn his mic off, please.
Okay.
But I think we all agree with you, Commissioner Santiago, that the city needs to explore other revenue options. All right, so if there are any other questions for our capital, that's what we stopped at, capital improvement, then we can move on to our.
Yes, sir. Page 50, please. Page 50 in your books, Public Works.
Page 50.
Page 50, Commissioner. Yes, sir. And so we're going to spend some time on Public Works, Public Utilities, and basically the objectives, that's Mr. Austin's area. He oversees about 7 or 8 divisions. So he has an oversight responsibility in those divisions. So the objectives are primarily to make sure that when we go after new vehicles, we really cost justify them, and we need a very robust safety program. And much of that is focused in Public Works, Public Utilities. On the expense page, you'll see a reduction of 1 in headcount. I believe we've had that discussion. It is the recognition that we will not bring a city engineer on staff, but you'll see down below in other professional services, a very large increase that is obtaining those services from outside.
Mr. Mayor, just so I understand,
Yes.
you're saying that this will not be an in-house person?
Yes, ma'am.
We would have to, as needed.
Correct.
Okay. And the amount of 80,000?
Well, it's 150, as you see, the other professional services is 115,000. That's meant to cover that engineering services. The 80,000 is the increase over FY25.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Ball.
Streets and sidewalks, a very focused objective is to improve the sidewalks, get rid of the tripping hazards. I've moved on to the expense page. The $99,000 is basically for blacktop and concrete for the sidewalks and some roadway patching. You'll see a large utility number there. That is for the city streetlights. If there are no questions, I'm sorry,
Yeah, Mr.
please.
I do have a question on the
Yes, sir.
streetlights. I know we were talking I think last year, the year before that they had an issue identifying what lights belong to us versus what lights belong to FPNL, because I brought it up about the city being dark.
It's dark.
Where are we with that? And I know you all was supposed to do some kind of assessment or. Oh, that's you? Oh.
As part of the roadway assessment, we also completed a streetlight assessment. The lights or the areas that were identified that belong to FPNL for being extremely dark, they were sent to an FPNL, and they said that they will be looking into adding additional lights or making some replacements of the bulbs.
But they haven't given an estimated time of when they plan to start, at least?
Mr. Carney? Mr. Carney can answer to that.
Good afternoon. Also, Public Works Operations Manager. Yes, FPNL just recently sent an email that they want the city to have a discussion with the manager to take over some of those lights that belongs to the city, and they'll be responsible to do an upgrade and everything. So I sent the email back. They haven't responded as yet with the invitation to talk to the manager.
So what they're requesting is the lights that we're responsible for now, they're asking to take ownership of them and do the necessary upgrades to them.
That's the ones on the poles, right? Not
Yes, the
Okay.
pole lights.
I mean, we had to pay for it.
No, the FPNL is asking for the city to allow them to take
They're
them.
gonna adopt it.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, but then it's on the same thing, like these lights that come down Opa-locka Boulevard, the green lights,
Those are,
those two.
Yes.
But can we now address the problem now? Because some of them work, some of them don't. Some the lights are light bright, some are daylight, some.
yeah, I think our electricians should be able to do
Yes,
those.
yes.
Okay.
We could do that in-house. But
Okay.
FPNL is also speaking those about the green design lights, the green ones,
Yeah, that's
as well as the aluminums.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm open to the meeting. We're waiting on them to send the calendar invite to get additional information.
Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry, because I'm just
You good.
talking. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the underground wiring that they're doing now?
We'll definitely ask those questions when we meet with them.
So then,
I'm gonna also ask the question, if they take on the lights, will they be responsible for the bill? Because right now we pay the light bill.
that's what I was.
So
about to
I'm gonna
ask
ask
you.
those questions.
Okay. And if you could, ask them when they anticipate starting in Opa-locka for the underground
Underground
wiring.
wire.
Okay, thanks.
All right,
They starting 151st with the next. And they're gonna put a box in your house, a big box, in your property, not in mine.
Moving on.
Yes, sir. We're now going to look at fleet maintenance. The objectives are, as you would expect, a robust maintenance program, no replacement of vehicles without a very thorough analysis of it, and improve vehicle repair turnaround. On the cost page, there are three large numbers that you'll see. The first label is other contracted services. Those are for repairs that were not involved in accidents. The second one speaks for itself. It's your gas, oil, primarily your gas. And the third one is relates to accidents. I will point out most of that is covered by insurance, but then we have to pay for it in our insurance bill. We have $1,000 deductible on an accident. So on average, a cost for repair probably is in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. We get a $1,000 deductible, and insurance will cover $5,000 of that. And again, this is a total number. The reimbursement shows up elsewhere in the revenue side of the finances.
Question, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Santiago?
Mr. Bob, can you make clear to me, when we're talking about the insurance company for our cars?
Yes, sir. That would be.
Yeah, okay, we have a deductible, you say $1,000.
Yes, sir.
And what company do we hire? In private company like Geico, State
sir.
Farm? Oh, that's a government.
We use Florida Municipal Insurance Trust, FMIT.
That's a government company.
It's part of the Florida League of Cities program. It's a adjunct of Florida League of Cities. And they give us complete coverage for autos, for property, for general liability, and even cybersecurity.
Yeah, okay. And this is the only auction that we have, that we never go around and see when other company to see if they take, our policies, are less expensive. That's plan of the
Yes,
state.
sir. That was
the saving for the operation.
That was
of
the
city.
intention to do this year. By the time we got the agent of record, the agent of record does that for us. We had hoped to do it this year, but by the time it works its way through the pipeline, we have the agent of record, but it'll be next spring when we actually go out and seek competitive offerings.
Keep it going, Mr. Mayor.
No other questions on that?
Commissioner Bay?
Sorry.
Bob.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Bob, can you just repeat that? You said it's FMIT?
FMIT, Florida Municipal Insurance Trust,
Okay.
which is it's a portion of the Florida League of Cities program.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Bob, we can move on.
We're going to take a look at the 5 divisions that are in the water sewer fund. The only thing I'll point out there, and you'll see it again when we get to it, in the division we call the water sewer finance, you'll see a savings of $1.9 million. That represents 2 things. The savings represent the completion of the money we owed the county for their services at the turn of the decade. And also we had $1 million settlement in FY25, which obviously we don't repeat 26. That's why you see an improvement of $1.9 million. No questions. We'll move on to the first division, which will be the water distribution. And again, the objectives there are to get ready to take over from the county the billing and collection activity that they do for us right now. Also, 2 big programs, one to locate and exercise all of the major.
Said the objective is to what? I thought.
To make prep plans to take over from the county the billing and collection. We would either do it in-house or outsource it to a third party.
That's not in this current budget.
No,
so they
that's
want to start
That's the start. Okay.
for
No, sorry.
future. It's not in this
All
budget.
right.
As you'll see, it says FY27. Yes, sir.
I was going
Sorry
by what
about
you
that.
said. Sorry.
So no, it's certainly not this year. And the other 2 are to implement 2 programs, one to locate and exercise the major valves so that they will operate when they need to, and also a backflow inspection program. Having said that, you can see the 2 major items there. Our other contracted services, which is a range of services having to do with backflow inspection, also valve location exercise. And that's the primary activity in that amount of 222,000. The other major line, as you well know, is the water that we purchased from the county, $1.9 million. The county for water rate for next year is charging us a 2.81% increase, which is manageable. You can see a slight decrease because there's a fixed charge involved with the county each year. It came down quite considerably in FY26 versus FY25. And the other number that I'll bring to your attention is down in the machinery and equipment line, $100,000 in FY26. That is what we believe we're going to end up paying, possibly could pay the county this year for meter repairs.
I know this came up in a commission meeting a couple meetings ago. I think it was Commissioner Bassett brought it up about the replacement of the meters. We had a contract with the county, and are we working on that? Because those meters were supposed to last.
We have gone through that with the
and
county.
we
Yeah,
just paid it. Like
That
Explain
conversation
it,
is
Mr. Austin.
in the
Like-
first workshop.
The meters, factory life expectancy of a meter is 10 years. However, we have some anomalies in the city where the meters get buried by debris, and the batteries go dead sooner than they're supposed to. So the meters would stop working, and the only way to repair that is to replace them, or some of them get damaged by other souls.
Mr. Austin, is that it? Because I need you to,
yeah.
we've been having these discussions,
Ay,
and I
ay,
need
ay.
you to say what it is.
It's some vandalism, but I guess the manager would hold private meetings because I don't want to be accusatory to the county in their rungs of checking the meters, because we have a lot of so-called tampering of our meters.
What do you say before? Vandalize the
Yes.
meters?
So it's our,
Yeah, no, but
it's our impression that the meters that we are getting from the county are faulty meters. They're not good meters.
they're not real.
Mr. Austin, please talk.
They're second grade meters.
Got it.
We've started a program now because we've had so many. We've started our in-house program to assess our meters one by one, and we're finding a lot of meters with the bottom plates that are leaking water. They're just bleeding considerably
And
at the
those-
bottom of the meters. and-
We've let the county is aware of this.
We're bringing it to the county's attention. They're aware that there are some defects, but they never got a chance to come out and change those meters because they're still holding on the factory to give them replacements for those meters.
But we have to pay for it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Mr. Mayor.
No.
I'm sorry,
no,
Mr. Mayor.
no,
This
no.
is really frustrating me. I
Yeah,
just paid an
yeah,
$1,100 water bill, $1,100, and it's because of a faulty supplies that we got from Whomever. I don't know what we're gonna do as a city, but something needs to be done, because I'm quite sure others got water bills that was higher than mine. Mine was $1,100, y'all. 2 persons in my household, $1,100,
And we just
and it.
brought it up about the lady I told you the same thing.
Mm. Yeah.
So who did we purchase the meters from?
The county.
From the county?
The county purchased the meters and installed them when we started. the
No.
project.
The question she asking. We purchased the meter to who? To
We
Dade
pay the
County?
county. We pay the
Dade
county.
County, Dade
Yeah.
County, okay. And Dade County, they sending whatever they have there in stock to us and putting in Opa-locka, because Opa-locka is the last door to go to, I don't want to say the other thing, okay, yeah, that they send the bad things here.
So then who's accountable for this?
Yeah,
Miami-Dade County is accountable for the bad meters.
So what are we doing about it?
We are holding them accountable for those meters.
Okay, Mr. Austin.
or
I
they
know
don't
this
make
is-
them pay it.
I know this is not you, right? It's not on you. Maybe I sound a little bit aggressive, and if I do, I apologize, because it's not.
Understood.
I'm just frustrated because how long have we been knowing that this was happening with the meters and having proof of it?
We just started our assessment after the county brought to our attention, there's a lot of vandalism. We wanted to ensure that it was indeed
So
vandalism.
when is just?
So,
Yeah.
so recently, we've been getting a lot of complaints on meter tampering.
Mhm.
And I said, everybody is not tampering with their meter.
Right.
That's a problem. So that's when we started looking into this and going into it deeper and deeper and deeper. And we're still not finished. We're not, because everybody does not have a tampered meter.
So there's
Meaning
Madam-
something is
something
wrong with the meter.
that the
Yes.
water bills
And
are
they're
high
trying to-
because.
they're trying to claim it's tampered.
They
but
charge
it's
me the
something wrong with
water
meter.
that somebody using
Mhm.
it, they putting in my
Mhm.
bill.
So in other words, we can.
That's the way it look like.
In other words, we can aggressively pursue the county and making this right. Is that what I'm hearing?
And that's the steps that we're trying to gather all of our information, all of our facts. So when we do bring it to the commission, it's something of
Tangible,
yes,
something, okay.
yes.
Our
Right.
currently,
Can I ask you a
we
question?
cannot discern
1 second.
positively.
You finished, Senator?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I wanted to speak to Commissioner Smith. We cannot discern positively that the leaking on the bottom of the meter is what's causing the escalation in the readings of the meter.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Santiago?
Okay, good. Let me see if I remember what I'm gonna ask you. Okay. Who vandalized that meter, Madam Manager? Who?
We don't know who's causing the
What do you mean?
vandalism.
We don't
Because
know.
we don't know,
If
because-
the meter is in my
You-
in the alleyway and it's going to my property, for example, okay, who touching it? Or who go there to work and then reconnecting the water where they cut it out or whatever, you know?
So in some cases, people are vandalizing their meters, but
Vandalize the meter.
everybody is not, because we did have some, and we had the proof that they did, but everybody is not vandalizing a meter. Some people don't even know where their meters are. So in those cases, we are assessing them one by one. When we get those issues from the county, a water need to be disconnected because it's a vandalized meter, we're not just saying, yes, turn them off. We're assessing them on our own now. We're not just taking the county's word for it.
Okay, now let's put the county now at the side for a minute, okay? Let me give you a tip, okay, about that situation when the middle in the alleys, okay? I see sometimes, okay, people going through the alleys with heavy machines, okay? And I'm talking about landscaping companies, all right? Okay, and we don't have any restriction for them. They going through there, they cut this and they putting out that. And I see a lot of things that they do, you know, that can be one of the situations that we have when they vandalize, what we call them vandalized, okay? You see, we go in there and we can stop and, you know, things to saving money, okay, in the city. Now, go back to the Dade County. Okay, what do we have to do with the water if we're not running the department? Okay, when all the thing that I heard is, the city have to pay for this, the city had to go to do that investigation. What did they do? They collecting the money and get rich, and all the other problem is for us? Huh?
According to the contract, Commissioner, the county is responsible for
Everything.
replacing the meters,
Yeah.
reading the meters, and billing the customers, collecting the revenue.
Okay.
We the city of Opa-locka is responsible for maintaining the boxes, maintaining
Who is responsible to maintain the boxes?
the city of Opa-locka.
The city of Opa-locka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they had to come out from us. Okay, but that's the only thing they do is collecting money and send the water to the. Okay. One thing that I want to know, in the last commissioner meeting or in the last workshop that we have, we're talking about that we don't owe anything to them, to Dade County for the water. That's what I heard or not? Okay,
It will be finished in August.
we'll be finished in August.
August we
And after August, okay, let's put it that way, like beginning the next fiscal year. Okay, we already have the right to get the control of the water in Opa-locka.
We're not prepared for that.
We're not prepared.
No, we're
Why?
not, because we don't have. We're not there. Our entire
We're
billing
not there
system-
yet.
No, we're not. No.
We're not.
Technically, okay, we're
In
not
addi-
there.
In addition to billing, we still need to acquire meter readers to read those meters and change them and things of that nature.
Yeah, but don't get upset. It's only a question that I
No,
ask you.
no,
You
no,
know,
I
like
get it,
I
but we
want,
would
I
need-
want to see, the water come back, to Opa-locka, in the future.
I think we
The
all
administration,
do,
the
Commissioner, we
administration.
all do. And that's why Public Works and Finance are both preparing this year to transition from the county in
Okay.
27. So we all want to get rid of it. We do. But
Good.
we have to set ourselves up to have this staffing, the vehicles, the equipment to be able to do it. Because we don't want to just take it over and it's not right. We want to take it over and it's right. We want to do it the right way.
Because it's a point that I want to make here, okay? Like we try to change, the face or all the operation that we have in the city. Okay, Dade County is a government, okay? And that's how they're running our water system right now. But you don't think it's good sometimes to thinking about or that department, for example, okay, another department to privatizing them? To make it private when company private, and not like that we get out of all the expenses and
Outsource, he's trying
yeah,
to say outsource
Outsource it.
yeah.
Outsource it.
We've also looked into that.
Yeah.
I've asked Mr. Austin to look at companies as well.
But everybody don't understand what I tried to
Yeah.
say. It's better sometimes to give in the administration and the maintenance to a company, to private company, and we only receive, the benefit or the, revenue. We take out all the headaches that we have.
That's a part of our evaluation, Commissioner.
Oh, I hope we can have an evaluation.
So when we come back to the commission, we'll have
Yeah.
an option of our staff doing it, bringing it in-house or outsourcing it. So it'll be those options given to the commission.
Yeah, like that we helping, the idea with Mr. Bott, to reduce the cost of the operation of the city.
Or increase the revenue.
Increase the revenue. That's a good thing. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to the wastewater collection and transmission budget.
It's gonna help to pay my bill, man. Mayor, my water bill is
I got my own.
a
water
lot, man.
bill. And there's only 2 people in my house. If we don't get home until after 6 o'clock,
Right.
and my water bill is high. So we all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. A series, I'm on page 59, if you're following along in the book. Again, the objective is to take over this portion of the business from the county. You can't take one without the other. I'll skip the second one for the moment. There's a compliance agreement with, or a settlement with Durham, which we have to adhere to. Going to go into the mains with a CCTV program to better understand what our programs are, do some sewer lining, and also do some point repair to cut back on the I&I. As you know, I&I adds to our cost unnecessarily. When I say I&I, it's inflow and infiltration. If there are no questions on the objective, I'll move on to the finances themselves.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bath?
I just need to know, what is CCTV?
Closed circuit TV, ma'am, sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. The next page should generate a little bit of discussion, which I'll put on the screen, sorry. The sewage disposal line. I mentioned a moment ago that we pay the county for buying water from them and have the wastewater processed. As I mentioned a moment ago, on the water side, they have a rate increase of 2.81%. On the sewer side, with wastewater processing, it's 19.1%. A big increase. As you can see, if you look at the finance page, it's an increase of close to $600,000 in wastewater processing for next year. So that's the big, obviously the big item on that page. I will not go through any of the other numbers unless they're of interest to you.
Bob, can you explain the increase?
Yes, sir. And the sewage disposal, you're talking about the third line there? That was based on the county increasing their wastewater processing rate for next year by 19+%.
That's the one where you initially started, you said it's manageable. I think the word you used, it's manageable.
No, that was on the water. So that
Water
was on the
sewer.
water side. 2.8% is reasonably manageable. no increase is good news, but 2.8% is reasonable. This is 19.1%, which is very, very challenging.
Is this across the board or is this unique to city of Opa-locka?
Across the board. Yes, sir, for everybody who has their wastewater processed by the county.
I have a good question after you, for you, Mr. Mayor and Bob.
It was jumped from, you said 19%, 19.1. What was it? What was it this year?
Dollar wise, or what
The
was?
percentage.
Percentage.
Oh, the percentage rate is 19, I'm sorry, I'm not making it clear. A 19.1% rate increase.
Oh, increase. Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't make
All right.
that
So
clear.
where are we today? What percentage? The rate?
Well, the rate would be, it's a winter rate and a summer rate, and I think it's probably about $3.55, which is a mix of the dry season and the wet season. I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, just
Let-
share it with the commission.
Yes,
All right.
I will. Yes, sir. I don't have
Commissioner
that.
Santiago?
I don't
Yeah,
have that.
Mr.
fingertip.
Mayor, I think you can help me with this. Before in the last workshop, we be talking about to reduce the middle range,
Mhm.
okay, in Opa-locka for the taxes, you know,
Yes.
for real estate tax, no?
Yes, sir. Property tax.
Property tax. But why? Okay, we're gonna reduce, okay, 2%, okay, for that revenue that we receive, but the county, we're talking about now the county, not the city, we keeping sending you a higher bill, okay, for the tax for you property. I mean, they don't reduce anything. They keeping, raising that. What is the benefits that we're gonna have reducing to the resident, to us? Okay, the 2% when we don't have it from the county.
Okay, well, I don't think we should conflate the two because one has nothing to do with the other.
Oh, they talk different both?
We control the millage rate here, and it's good that we are decreasing our millage rate by 2%. Opa-locka has had the highest millage rate in the state of Florida for years, and we haven't been under 9 in over 10 years. So now we're finally actually giving, and it gives a break to our residents. That's what I said.
Okay, a break for, that's my point. A break for the resident. Okay. And that's gonna help for example, myself in my tax
Your taxes.
pay to the bank because they collecting the taxes from my loan, from my mortgage. Yeah. And this year they're raising, my God, like almost $1,200 more in my house.
Taxes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my point. Okay, what is the benefits that we have with that? Because I want to tell the bank next year, no, Opa-locka giving, a low rates now for the real estate taxes here. I want to see the difference, what is gonna.
So your property value,
yeah.
your property value went up, which is the increase.
Right.
But because Opa-locka recognizes that, what we're doing is trying to offset that and give our residents a break by
yeah.
decreasing it by 2%.
Yeah.
Because we recognize that property value in Opa-locka has gone up a lot. And to answer the next question about the 19.1%, I don't know why the county did that, but I guess the manager, you can figure that out and give us.
Well, I think it's a well-known fact that county's wastewater system, because of rising sea level and everything else, I think they have to revamp. I tell you what, I'm going to give it to the expert.
No, that I understand, but how they came up with the a 19.1 increase, the percent, I want to know how they came up with that increase.
There's
Oh, so they calculate-
yes, sir. It's they go through their entire cost structure. We can share it with you. It's several pages of calculation.
a big jump.
Yes, sir, it is.
It's a big jump.
But the underlying cause is the fact, I believe their entire wastewater system is really jeopardized and they really have to revamp it.
All right, if no other questions on this part of Public Works, we can move on to the meter and well, we actually already discussed this, but
Service line?
Effectively,
meter
yes, sir.
service line budget. We already discussed it.
You'll see,
then we're gonna need another
you'll see an increase, one on this one for, to really go after the meter tampering program. And there's also this is where you'll see the initial investment in replacement of the service lines we've been talking about.
Got it. All right, so Madam Manager, I just would ask that when you come to some kind of conclusion with our public works and the county's public works, that you give a presentation at a commission meeting to the commission regarding the meters and the step forward. All right,
I've got the finance page on the screen if there are any questions. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next division.
the legal settlements were completed, zeroed out, I see, right?
Say again.
Legal
Have you
settlement?
moved on?
No, 63.
You've moved on. I'm still on 62. Sorry. Yes, sir. You see the $1 million there settlement that we had to pay this year. It's part of your savings. I pointed out before that you'll see close to a $2 million savings in this department from FY25 to FY26. $1 million of it is the settlement. Second half is the completion of the debt we've been paying off to Miami-Dade since 2019. Last payment in August.
Okay. Any other questions to Mr. Bob on the water, sewer, finance, and customer service? All right, I think, Bob, that concludes. Does that conclude?
No, sir. There's
There's
two more divisions we need to address.
Yeah,
65, but I will tell you the numbers on 65 are not the right numbers. They are on page 4 of the handout that I gave you in terms of how things have changed. They're close to it, but these are not the correct numbers on the screen itself.
what's the change?
Change was we put obsolete, I allowed us to have obsolete numbers in the first hearing that we, on the one-on-one meetings that we had with you. They were obsolete numbers. If you look at page 4, about halfway down, you'll see what the correct numbers are and the reason for it. If on page 4, and again, I'm talking about this handout right here. Say again. Wish, please. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm talking about the 6-page handout that we discussed at the beginning of this.
Okay, this is talking about CIP management, so
Yeah.
staffing,
Say again.
the staffing.
Staffing came down 1, but some of the expenses that are on the screen, as soon as I put it on the screen, are incorrect. These were obsolete numbers, should not have been presented the first time around.
Okay, so you brought it down.
It's actually gone up a little bit.
Oh, I see, up.
Yes, sir. You can see the bottom line on the screen is 293,000. You can see in the 4th page of the handout, it's gone up to 326,000.
Bob, that's not there.
Say again.
Unless I'm looking at something, there. It still says
Yeah, I'm not
200.
seeing it.
It still says 293.
293 is where we started. Come down again. The way that's structured is it's 3 different points in time. The first line is what I was shared with you on the one-on-one meetings around the 1st of July. Then there were some changes.
I see it.
Yes,
See it,
sir.
the bottom line.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear
yeah.
either.
Got
Okay.
it.
So those, in fact, are the numbers you should have seen at the first meeting, but as I said, sometimes we don't get exactly right the first time.
And I see inflation, signs, roadways, okay.
Yeah.
Adjustment, okay.
And again, this cost is shared by 3 different funds. The CIP management resides in the water sewer fund, but actually does CIP across the city. So the general fund and the stormwater fund also pay for the expense in this budget.
Got it. Any questions to CIP management? All right, moving on, Mr. Bob. To
Yes, sir.
Water operations budget.
We're down to the very last one. Stormwater. Stormwater is actually not spelled that way, but it came across by the time they converted. Well, they informed me today. What I did is I gave them a PDF package, which they converted back to a PowerPoint presentation, and the translation was not perfect. Anyhow, some very important things going on here, a couple major categories. One is really getting after the drainage system. You've approved this program as a first pass through the end of this year, and then it was also discussed it'll be a 5-year program. It's about $350,000 a year. Maintenance of the canal remains with the county. We pay about $300,000 for that. And also, you'll see a payment of a penalty that has to do with the state MS4 inspection. which they went very thoroughly through all our process and procedures for stormwater. And you'll see the payment of that $63,000 penalty in FY 25. So if there are no questions on the objectives, I will move on to the financial page. And you can see in the line called other contracted services, that's where you're doing your maintenance of the drainage system and also your canal maintenances. Are there any other questions on that? Oh, I will point out down at the bottom, this amongst the three operating funds is most healthy. You can see a $3.6 million transfer to the stormwater CIP. Again, I was talking about FY 27. This fund will have enough surplus fund balance. It will be able to maintain a healthy CIP contribution in 27. This is one of the three operating funds where that's a true statement.
All right. Bob, the only, well, this is not a question for you, but this is more of a question for Mr. Austin. The excellent maintenance of canals, perfect, whatever. So what's the schedule for the canal cleanup now?
It's quarterly.
Quarterly, so okay.
Yeah.
So 4 times a year.
Yes, sir.
And that's for
With-
all?
With aesthetics being on demand.
Okay. And then I know at one point you all were talking about redoing the seawalls. Are we still doing that?
That project, you want to speak to that? The 127th Street Canal, that was a project where we were going to stabilize the shoreline and dredge the canal, but that project, the funding was returned.
No, that's not what I'm referring to. But I'm aware of that. No, we were supposed to, oh God. But the seawalls on the canals.
We're currently doing the Burlington Canal. It's in phase 2 of the 3-phase project.
Okay, and is that all canals will be done that way or just the Burlington?
Currently,
Or as needed?
As needed, but the Burlington Canal was the most in need.
Okay.
Do we have sea wars in the canals?
They're called seawalls.
Oh, I saw a lot of trash.
And then why we never addressed Ingram Park? The seawall, the banks of Ingram Park.
That's phase 3. So we will be addressing that next fiscal year.
Okay, and then this is off subject, but we're on the Ingram Park. And I brought this up to the manager. I just want to bring it up to again. Fencing off Wilmington to stop the boat deliveries and the jet ski deliveries.
They don't there no more. No, they there? They still there?
They deliver jet skis
Well,
and boats in the middle of the night.
A good question. Now that you touch that area there in the lake for Ingram Park, we have any help from the state in that area? Because listen, what we see the last time that we there, a lot of manatees, and that animal they are under protection of the state and federal government. What do we do with them?
Like a wildlife grant.
Well, yeah, but they'll
motivations
be
and stuff like that.
protecting. Yeah, but we're supposed to have some kind of help with this.
We will look into it.
Okay.
We will look into it.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions for Ms. Gross? Or Mr. Bob or the manager or Mr. Austin for Public Works? All right, hearing none. So we can go into the second part of
Yes,
the
sir.
meeting, Mr. Bob, which will be,
Special events.
yes, sir. There's another part. Well, the discussion for the millage rate. So I think we all
Okay.
agree that
Yes,
the
sir.
millage rate, we're gonna reduce it. The commission is not, no, we agreed to that already.
Yeah, we did.
To the last one, yeah, we already agreed to that one.
Mhm.
So you're supposed to bring legislation for that. So we're going into special events.
Yes, sir. I have provided a one-page handout. The information on it starts with the FY 25 budget, the year-to-date expense as I can find it, what's in the budget for FY 26 at the moment, which is
Mr.
400.
Bob, hold
I'm
up,
sorry.
the paper that you're looking at, please.
Yes, sir. It's a one-page
Got
handout.
it. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right, so, what you are expecting the commission to do is to make a decision on what events we're going to do?
Yes, sir.
And
That
the
would be
money-
ideal.
All right, and this covers what you talked to each and every one of us in our one-on-ones and the events that we were doing?
It's a start. We've added additional information because, as you know, to conduct a special event requires staff support. We've polled both police, I shouldn't say both, we've polled police, beautification division, parks and recreation to identify the amount of effort they have to put in for special events. These are not perfect. These are estimates. And what the two right-hand columns you'll see there, one is what I've called regular compensation, which is people doing work in support of the special events during the regular scheduled hours. The column to your right is where above and beyond their regular effort is their overtime effort. So you can see by the time you get down to the bottom, on a first estimate basis, it looks like staff is providing $18,000 of regular work, normal 9 to 5 effort, or 8 to 5, I should say, and $26,000 of overtime.
So it's the regular on top of the overtime?
Yes, sir. Well, you've got two columns. They're not added, they're side by side. What it says, if it's in the regular column, it's something that somebody did during the normal work hours of 8 to 5, but the compensation would be applied to this as opposed to them doing something else. The overtime is additional expense to the city.
And this is estimated.
Yes, sir. What we did is we tried to get hours for the three different departments and then cost them out in terms of an average salary and benefit rate.
Okay, so we have the 5K bike walk, the Arabian Nights Festival, that's inclusive of the city's birthday, Madam Manager. Does that include advertisements or banners and stuff like that?
It will,
It will come out of that?
Yes.
Okay. I believe the next one is the baby shower. That's Commissioner Bass's event. Commissioner, you met with your girl?
I'm sorry.
The amount for the baby shower, so it's $2,100 for the baby shower, then your staff cost will be 220, and then
Mr. Mayor,
why
I'm
is it
sorry.
overtime?
Yeah, that's what I
Like,
wanted
don't
to
get that
ask.
either.
It's during regular hours.
But he said this is an estimate.
But it's still during regular hours.
I believe that might have been Parks and Rec.
No, because the baby shower happens on the inside, so there's no public works involved with this, no beautification. All right, but this is an estimate, is what you're saying, right, Bob?
I'm still confused.
I am.
Okay. Zanya Ray, the Parks and Recreation Director. What you see in front of you is actually based off of, if you go by the regular schedule of parks being open under the guidelines of ASME, their actually work schedule will be Monday through Fridays. After the commissioner came in agreements of extending the services of it being open 7 days, we had to reschedule and restructure the time. But technically, based off of the contract, we cannot adjust their work schedule to prevent overtime for certain staff members. So what happened is, when we schedule certain events, we put at least 1 or 2 staff there and also maintain staff to cover the actual building doing these events. So whatever staff we have scheduled for, like the 5K walk, they technically not at the park. So we have to restructure their time to be able to send 2 staff over to cover your request, as well as the same with the baby shower.
But if the event is inside of the building, let's just say the baby shower is in the multipurpose room straight ahead. So you're gonna have 2 additional staff members on top of the 2 that you already, additional staff members on top of the 2 that's already manning the building?
Actually, they'll be doing both jobs. They'll be covering the event as well as trying to maintain the residents coming in
So-
and out
so
of
there is
the
no overtime.
facility.
So there will be no overtime as long as.
So,
the
so
event-
what you're saying, you're gonna have one person covering the event and one person covering the front door?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying there's no overtime as long as the event is within business hours?
So actually, way I structure the cover y'all events right now, I utilize the part-timers and we
Mhm.
stagnate their time within that time. But it might be at some given time that they might go over that time to where if they have to clean up anything after those hours, after the event is over, then that accumulates other additional time after that, during that time.
And right now, Madam Manager, the park is dusk to dawn, or what's the park hours?
7, right, Ms. Ray?
Mm.
7 or 8?
From
8?
Monday through Friday
8.
is from 8 in the morning to 8 PM at night. But on Saturdays they actually work from 9 is open up in the morning at 9 and it close at 5 unless it's a special event or there's a rental. And when we have a rental or a special event, we have to reschedule staff to cover those bases. So that's where your overtime actually comes in at, because we have to make sure we cover the facility for your residents to come out and utilize the fitness room, the pool, those areas, the basketball gym. We have to make sure staff is available to be able to cover those areas when we have events.
Okay, and Sundays, we're still closed, right? Sundays?
No, Sunday, we're open 7 days now. We're open 7 days, so staff is stagnated all through the week.
So Saturdays, okay, Monday through Friday, 8 to 8.
Mhm.
Saturdays and Sundays, weekend is 9 to 5.
Fine.
Unless
Mhm.
subject to change
Mhm.
based off of your special
Mhm.
events and rentals.
Mr. Mayor,
Commissioner Bass.
thank you for this dialogue because I don't know if you all knew that, but I didn't. So that will cause us to be more mindful on timing of our events. So thank you.
All right, so I have,
Mr. Mayor, if I may. Fortunately, I'm too old to embarrass myself. I had the backup details. It was handed out to somebody. If everybody will check their handouts for this one, somebody has got a page that is listed as the police department and public works and also Parks and Rec. So could I ask that somebody take a look, see who might have it?
it says what?
There was a backup with all the detail by department and it inadvertently got handed out. So somebody has a sheet that instead of being the total.
Somebody stole Bob's paper, that's what he's saying, right?
They didn't steal it, the dog ate it.
Who's the guilty party?
The
Did you
dog-
find it?
The dog ate it. I think it just came home. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
No, it did not.
It didn't come.
It's the same thing. Okay, well, I'm sorry for breaking this up.
What is this number?
You're looking at the wrong one. Oh,
No, I have it. It's not the
got
wrong
it.
one.
'Cause I give him Vice McKellar, and we'll just replace it. Madam Clerk, make sure Vice McKellar get a paper. I took it and gave it to Santiago. And that's the paper that Bob was looking at.
Yeah,
Thank you very
I don't
much.
know how did I get it, but.
Put it, you can probably Vice McKellar.
That's one of the two.
Okay.
Somebody else has got.
He was like, what am I
somebody
looking
else
at?
has got
Yeah, I said, I don't even know what is, what kind of number is that to the left,
This is the police. Somebody has got the Parks and Rec and Public Works.
We got another one out, that's it?
Yes, sir.
This is different too. You giving a different one to each commissioner?
Yes, I
That we
did.
can get confused?
I'm too old.
Oh.
I'm too old to embarrass myself, but I just embarrassed myself.
What is this?
That's the one.
Thank you.
This is the right one. That's the one he's looking for.
I apologize for breaking this whole thing up. Okay.
No, Parks and Rec, that's for Mr.
This one should.
That's the one right there. Parks and Public.
I'm already lost.
Okay. now,
Zion,
I don't know what
can I
that's
see?
one. Let me
I'm
check my
sorry.
stack.
We're gonna need a third,
Yeah.
workshop.
Perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. Thank
So
you.
you're missing one more.
No, we're good.
I'm about to say, who stole Bob's paper?
Nobody sold the dog ate it.
All right, so real quick, but we'll run through it. So we have the
Yeah.
baby shower, Commissioner Bass, bingo, which is $24,000. That's about, what is that equal to a permit? 24 times divided by 12. Oh my God, what's the math on that? Okay, every month. Black History, we're at $1,500. The book bag giveaway, Madam Manager, I don't agree with the book bag giveaway. because I think we can get those book bags, unless you're just keeping it as a placeholder just in case we don't get donations. But I think we can start seeking out donations like we're doing this year.
We can start, we can definitely reduce.
So maybe 2,000, and that'll help cover the food and the food and any entertainment. That's my suggestion. Because if we can, last year we had overabundance, and we had overabundance of donations as well as overabundance of book bags that we purchased.
So 2,000?
2,000
2,000.
sounds good to me.
Commissioner Santiago, you have your paper? You okay?
No,
Can-
but I
can you
don't say
guys make
anything.
sure
They taking
Commissioner
it from me.
Santiago have it?
Let's share. Come on.
There you go. I gave him one. I gave him one.
Oh, how many you have?
I don't. I took it from. Wait, what's this? Oh. All right, so we're at the book bag. The breast cancer is at 2,000. That was my event. I was spearheading. Dominoes and chess is at 2,000. The Christmas toy drive at $6,000. That's what you always do, or that's always the number. All right, go ahead.
Why we spend $6,000 in that event?
The Christmas toy drive, that's. to
Yeah,
purchase
yeah.
that's
Like,
to
what is
purchase-
that in police and
No, that's for food, amusements like bounce house and things for the kids to do. And I
Okay,
think the gifts too, the toys.
toys.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Wow, we don't get that for donation for outside? No?
The city, this is what the city budget for it.
Well, okay, hey, I'm not investigated, but
No, it's okay.
okay, no, I only ask you.
This is why we're here, so we can talk about it and see how we want to move forward.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm keeping going, Mr. I looking for a space for me here that I don't have anything, okay?
We have the Christmas tree lighting at $1,000. We decreased it from 5,000. Does that include? That's just because we do it here.
Christmas tree
Yes,
lighting,
that's
yeah.
just
Just for the food that we
Mhm.
okay, and the entertainment. All
Yeah.
right, that's the quarterly cleanup, $500. The commission inaugurations is the swearing in, so $3,000.
Mr. Mayor?
We can take that. Oh,
Oh,
what you gonna say?
I was gonna request to see if we can increase that at least by an additional $1,000. I know, last election in 2024, it was budgeted at 1,500, and with that amount, we had a hard time trying to find a caterer, and we didn't have, decorations, and we would like to have, moving forward, something nice for the commission inauguration. If we
So,
can
what I was gonna,
increase it.
Madam Clerk, I was gonna say, the reason I said take it out is there's no election this fiscal year. So
Who say
So
that? In
it-
26, we have election.
it will be in 27.
In 26, okay, so
It will
that,
So this one is no.
you are correct, because it'll be after
Right,
October
it'll be after
of next
October.
year.
So that's why I said, so Bob, there you go, $3,000.
So it'll be
say
in next
something?
year's budget.
Mr. Mayor, can I say something? I think you're wrong.
No, he's correct.
No.
We have an election in November
May I explain
2026.
myself?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
If no, it's okay.
No, go ahead. Explain.
If the election is November 4, okay, 2026, okay, and it's me. They are running, a couple of commissioners and the mayor seat. Okay, let's see, you win the 4. Okay, you're gonna take over when, in January, like the president or the
No.
senators?
Remember, our fiscal year
Uh-huh.
starts October 1.
In
to
October.
September 30th.
Ah, okay,
So
now
that would
I
be
got
a
it.
new-
Oh, okay, yeah. Forget about it. I don't say anything.
So Bob, there you go. There. Opa-locka, I see we decreased it to I agree with that. We decreasing it to $4,000. Earth Day. What are we doing for Earth Day?
Why you take the money for Congalonga? You don't want to celebrate in Congalonga?
We decreased it to $4,000.
From 9 to 4.
Mm-hmm. In years past, I got donations. So we're good. Earth Day at 1,000. That was Commissioner Williams' event.
Yeah, I did
You
it.
did it?
after.
Okay.
He did.
All right, Easter. Easter, we did good this year, Madam Manager. So I say keep it the same. The fishing tournament, that's Commissioner Kelly's, $2,200, that was good for him? That's
Yeah,
what he had, okay.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
All right, gospel in the park,
We can take that out because this is a part of the city's, that was a part of the city's birthday that we added it to.
okay, so gospel.
So we actually took it out. There's no budget for it this year.
Okay, so no budget for it this year. All right, so I don't think we didn't. No, I know we didn't have it this year because it's gun buy. We didn't do the gun buyback. So, but we're planning to do it next year, Madam Manager.
Yes, we are planning.
Okay. And let me ask you a question. Then, why is it here and not in the police budget if that's their event?
It's a special event. It's considered as a special event.
But don't they have events in their budget? No.
All events fall under
All-
Parks and
okay.
Rec.
What do we do in this gun that we collecting?
We buy them back and give them to I don't know.
Turn them into an
Turn them
agency.
into our agency. So we have Haitian Heritage at $500. We have Halloween at $3,500. The Health and Resource Fair at $2,500. Okay, Madam Manager. Okay, and brought this up to you before. Health. Why are we spending $2,000 on a Health and Resource Fair? I did when it was free.
Was that based on the, Bob? Can you elaborate on this number, where it came from?
I cannot. It was part of the budget and I just moved it forward.
Okay, the one I did, the only thing we paid for was the DJ and some light refreshments. It was cost us less than
So are you saying 1,000?
Yeah, let's just do $1,000. It's because it's just vendors and they're usually free. So there you go, Bob. You got $1,500 there. 4th of July at $30,000. Juneteenth at 55. You took it up by 500. Is there a reason why?
No, sir. Just inflation.
Inflation? Did you
Yeah.
expend the whole $5,000?
Yes.
Inflation.
Okay. Karaoke, we're at 10,000. That's 2 karaoke's. The mayor's business luncheon. Y'all just slashed the mayor stuff, huh?
That was your recommendation.
That's not enough.
Oh, can we get?
At
Can
least
I?
$1,000.
Bob, can I get?
No, you're not
$500?
taking your $1,000 back.
I just want $500 more. Can I get $500? That's all I'm asking, Bob. Can I get 500?
Yeah.
I saved you $1,000 for the health fair. So can I get $500? Thank you, Bob.
Yeah,
May I suggesting something?
it's not enough.
It's me.
Mhm.
It's nobody else. What do we need a karaoke here for?
Mhm.
It's on a question.
The
I mean,
first,
I see teams here, it's too many, like, but, okay, in karaoke, we spend $10,000.
she has 2 karaoke's for the year, and it does cost.
And it's only a question. I don't say you take it off for nothing. You can keep it out there, Mr. Bob, but I say, what is the benefits of that?
We can't
Yeah.
answer that, but I just want
Okay,
to
you
know
can answer that,
if
leave it like that.
the majority, I mean, we have 2 of the elected officials are not here, but I think
Okay,
that
yeah.
staff wants to know if the commission wants to keep all of these events, do we want to go to the nationally recognized events? How do you guys want to move forward in the upcoming budget? I think that's more of what staff wants to know.
Yeah, okay. I only I ask the question because we're looking for reduce a lot of expenses, for the city and the cost. And I can see, yeah, you can have any events that you want, and at least you get, donation for outside and not depending of, of the budget. But we're spending money in some
Agree.
events that we not even get benefits because I know, let's see, the city birthday, the state of the city. That's a very important, event. and that's an event that we had to celebrate at the other city. I think 4th of July is okay. Black History Month is fine with me. The running, the first one we have always in January, the 5K run, okay, and the one that is coming, that's going to be the signature event for the city, the Arabian Night, that is going to be together when the 100 years celebration for the city. Okay, and it's close also to the state of the city. That's the event that I talking about that is necessary in our city. For the rest, if I want to do like myself, I want to do the Dominican Day in Opa-locka. I pay for it. I pay for it. It's not the. I love also the Conga Loca, because Conga Loca we putting together when the Hispanic month of heritage. Yes, okay. That's something also, that is good, okay, to budget. But it's a lot of the events that,
Okay, I don't think it's fair for us to have that conversation about karaoke
Okay.
when the sponsor is not here.
okay, I'm sorry.
And so I would, yeah, I don't even want to lay into that. So you can bring it up at the commission meeting when we bring this item
Mhm.
back, and then you can have it then. But I am asking Bob for $500 for the mayor's business luncheon. Thank you, Bob.
Mr. Mayor,
Thank you,
I
Bob.
just tee him up.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob.
I'm not, I'm not authorized to make that approval.
Madam Manager.
Thank you.
We're going to Meet Me Monday. That's Vice Mayor Kelly's event. It has $200 in it. Memorial Day pool party, you increased it.
Can I,
Can I
may I
stop
make
there?
a comment on that? Commissioner Irvin did say take it down to 1,700.
She said take it to 7. Okay.
Yeah.
We're taking it back, Commissioner Irving.
Okay, that's a memorial. What is it? The Memorial Day
She hosts-
pool party.
She has a pool party every Memorial Day.
You said 1,700?
Mm-hmm.
And what day do we celebrating that? The first?
I don't. I think it's on Memorial Day. It's on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day.
All right. Mr. Bob, the MLK walk, you budgeted for this Vice Mayor Kelly's event, so you budgeted for 3,000. We spent 1,000, but then you decreased it to 500. Can we take it up?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was at a request of Vice Mayor Kelly.
Oh, he was
but-
okay with the $500?
Because the only expense is, well, you know what? No, the T-shirts and the
And the food.
food. So it probably would need to go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't count in there the personnel that we use that, especially the police court.
That's in
It's
the
the
other.
last
That's in the other one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the manager's gonna have a hard conversation with us about
Okay.
that in the very near future after we get over this. So Mr. Bob,
Yes,
for
sir.
Vice Mayor Kelly event, can we take it to
Yeah,
1,000?
oh, definitely.
I know he said 500, but
Oh,
Yeah,
500
yeah.
will not do it because you have to get
Correct.
shirt
Now,
and then.
I should not have, I should not have put 500 in. That's an error.
okay, but what did he ask for? Do you know what he asked for? Or?
I did not bring those notes, but I have them in my office.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was certainly $1,000.
Certainly thought, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Madam Manager, the MLK parade,
Right, it's
it's not worth it for $5,000 for us to walk and sweat.
You want us to remove it?
I know the kids look forward to it ish, but it rained every year. And I think
This is not a point that we got to discuss it now, Mr. Mayor.
no, this is what we discussed now. This is a commission thing.
I
You
know.
can remove it.
Madam Manager say remove it. Maybe we can find, if we could, let's remove it and let's just see if we can find
Somebody
a
will
sponsor.
sponsor the kids. to
Sponsor the
be-
kids to
yeah.
go to it. I think we can work with, make a business that will sponsor the kids to go to it.
We could drop that.
National Day of Prayer, you had
Because we
to,
just did the food stuff. so
you
we could drop
budgeted
it.
15, you budgeted 1,500, you all expended 1,390. So 1,500 is about right.
National.
National Day of
Yeah,
Prayer.
yeah.
Right back, but okay.
All right,
It's because you have two Commissioner Bass. You have.
Oh,
the-
that's right.
Yeah, we had two, one in
Yeah.
the morning, one in the night.
the Thanksgiving turkey giveaway, what did we spend this year, Madam? I thought we got last year, didn't we get donations?
The city spent 3521,
Oh, we had the
$3,000,
match,
21.
we had the match, what, yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
So we got donations, but we still had to.
yeah, we
bring
still
our
had them,
part
okay.
in.
We did the.
Yeah, if I may on that one, even if we get sponsors, the expense shows up here because we spend the money unless they give us the turkeys.
No, they gave us the turkey.
Oh, they gave us turkeys?
And in the words of the clerk, we had to get the fixins. I love what you said. The fixins. All right, Veterans Day, we have it at $1,100, Women's History Month. Bob, oh, okay, never mind. And I see miscellaneous, $14,000. What's that?
It can be taken out.
Okay. I definitely agree with Commissioner Santiago as it relates to these events. And this is based on what you put in your report, Bob, that $160,000 we can cut the millage rate. I think that's what you said, right?
Yes, sir. Each 1% is $160,000 of property tax revenue.
Right. So there's that. So I think we need to be a little more cognitive on how we spend our money going forward, especially with these events. Because right now we're at
A lot.
almost $500,000 on just events.
400,000.
That's a lot of money.
Yep.
That's a lot of money for events. And that does not include staff. And you look at another no,
Stop. Oh,
that's a lot of money for events. And then I know, Madam Manager, we also have this issue because it always comes up, a city event versus a something else event.
Can we make a distinction between what city events are? And then the national events, then we see the ones that we host and then make a decision?
But these are the ones that we host.
I know, but I'm saying, well, when I say host, I mean the national stuff.
the
Let's
nas-
take that apart. Let's take away the ones that are city driven, right? And then ours, like for instance, the baby shower was mine.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, just kind of separate it, then we can probably figure it out better
So
that
then
way.
if we didn't, I knew this conversation was gonna be long.
For instance,
Major holidays is what you're
yeah,
saying.
right. The major
and
holidays
major holidays mean like,
and the city's birthday,
yeah,
those things
city
that we have to.
birthday, 4th of July, Memorial Day,
Okay, so I have the city's birthday. We also have the Black History Month,
Mhm.
Conga Loca.
Hispanic heritage.
Hispanic
That's
Heritage.
Hispanic heritage, Conga Loca, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
We
to keep
have
that.
Easter,
Mhm.
Easter, yeah.
Haitian Heritage, July 4th,
Mhm.
Juneteenth,
Mhm.
Thanksgiving,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
National Day of Prayer.
Mhm.
Are you gonna do Veterans Day this year?
I would like to because I think it's important that we not forget those who fought for us.
And do you consider Women's History Month a national holiday, or
That's just us.
that's just us? Okay. Oh, and you have the toy drive, and you also
Mhm.
have Christmas tree light.
And Christmas tree light, that's important.
Halloween.
Halloween. Can I say something about Halloween?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'm one of the person that I don't believe in Halloween myself.
I don't either.
Yeah, and I don't want to celebrate and spend money for in the city for celebrating the date of the devil.
But
But okay, this is not
can't force our
okay.
beliefs on us,
Close.
too.
Yeah, okay, we're not gonna. But hey, if you want to celebrate it, yes, doing it and get the money from outside. But the more important event that we like hiding there, I think that's the ones that we supposed to always do it. Okay, national. That's what you call it,
National Day.
national events. Okay, and things like the birthday for the city birthday, the state of the city. They're very important because you bring a lot of good news to us. And the Arabian Night, the signature event.
All right, and so the commission still needs to make a decision, and I think this conversation should probably be everybody is here. We can do it on commission meeting. But the only other thing I'm gonna ask you, Madam Manager, because I know you have conversations with individually, but I know the issue comes up when we partner with other people and we use city staff.
There's a fixed, partner with other people and then you.
Like
so-
partner with other agencies and stuff like that.
So I
But
think there's a fix to that. We need to have a policy and the policy needs to spell it out.
Thank you very
Whatever it
much.
is. It just needs to be
Okay.
clear in a policy and we can all follow it.
so that's when we partner with nonprofits and
Yes.
partner with.
Yep.
Okay, so how does that work? So if that, now until we get the policy in
Mhm,
place,
mhm.
how does that work now?
So if it's not a city event, then city staff is not there.
The city staff is not there.
Yeah, no,
Or pave.
because we have to pay our
Yeah.
staff.
And I give you an example. Okay, we do something in their church, okay, in our church, and we pay for, for whatever we use, we pay it.
Okay. All right. So that's nonprofits and what was the other one? Just nonprofits and how we partner. And then how does it work when we're, and I know the attorney brought this up during the last Commissioner Bass, when a nonprofit is collecting money on behalf of the city, it needs to come in the resolution form. That's what we case by case basis, I think because that policy.
I don't
that
remember
passed,
that. I don't remember the policy because like you said, it didn't pass. I would have to revisit it.
That was with the basketball.
Yes.
Yep. That's your bad.
Okay. All right.
It's a lot of things that we do, Mr. Mayor, that is coming from our ideas. Okay, in events, not profit, but like I wanna touch the police department sign. The sign is already, and we're gonna have a date, okay, for that date, to celebrating the opening downstairs. And for sure, we know that a lot of police officers are gonna be there, okay? And also people for public work.
But
Yeah.
Commissioner, I think that's a bit different. We passed a resolution for that, so we're honoring the past vice mayor at that time. So I don't think that would be an issue.
Well, no,
We
it's
did
not
pass
really an issue, but I
legislation
want to
for
be
it,
sure.
But it was
okay.
at no cost to the city. Commissioner Santiago is what I believe he's saying is that he seek donations for that.
No,
Yeah.
he's talking about the event itself. So he wants to have
No.
a ribbon.
Not for the ribbon cut.
ribbon cut
Yeah,
and then the bill-
that's what I want to know. Okay, because we have to be ready for that.
Yes, and staff will be ready. Staff will be ready.
Yeah, but my point is, Mr. Mayor, okay, we're talking one by one about that. Is me, I want to see if we responsible the city for that, only for that, or we had to bring some revenue to pay it.
For staff to set up and work.
Yeah.
No,
I
staff,
guess it depends on what time of day it is.
I'm sure it's gonna be in the daytime.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the day for sure.
So then, yeah,
Okay.
staff will be there to do.
You know, I like to be sure where we are in that.
Okay, so Madam Manager, I think let's hold this part now
Put it on ice.
and put it on ice. And I guess we can bring it up at the commission meeting because we still have 2 out at this moment. And then as it relates to the policy for how we partner with or engage with nonprofits, then I guess we can have that discussion in a workshop setting. Or at that time, because I see it is getting, yeah. All right, any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, no questions. I just want to reiterate what my suggestion was is to separate the events based on national holidays, based on city events. When I say city, I mean the inaugurations, those events. And then a third column with the events that we profit on our own.
Okay, so Madam Manager, can you by next commission meeting, define city events, define commission initiatives, and what was the other one?
Personal ones that we
That's a commission initiative, so city events versus commission initiatives, and then, and national, well, that's city event, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Give a breakdown of all of the holidays, events that we do, and then define what a city event is, and then define what a commission initiative is, or event, if you will. And then we can do process of elimination. The only time people pick up their keys in churches when they're ready to go. You jangling the keys. I think we all are the same.
We finish?
All right, so if our hearts and minds are clear, Madam Manager, the only thing I would suggest, Mr. Bob made changes, the workshop, whatever the adjustments, that during our briefings, that you all just review this paper with those that are not here. The paper that you gave
Changes
us-
that were
the
made.
changes that were made, my suggestion is that you give it to the commissioners that are not here in advance and then review it during our briefings. And Madam Manager, I would suggest that during those briefings too, go over the events as well. So that way, the first time we hear it is not at a commission meeting and then people already have in their mind what we're gonna do.
Sure, we'll do it again.
Mr. Mayor, am
Oh.
I adding that discussion item to the agenda for the next meeting?
No, because I think the manager's having this is gonna be, the budget is gonna be on the agenda. So we'll just discuss it at that time.
Okay, it's gonna be under the consent unless someone pulls it.
So it
Just
has
an
to pull-
FYI.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, I
Last
got it.
thing, the Bright Home of the Month program wasn't included in the budget. Please add it. I'm way out of that. I don't know. We never did it this year because things got discombobulated when the transition happened.
She love it.
So if
Good night.
no other questions, concerns, our hearts and minds are clear. All right,
That's it.
this meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
All right.